You know, sometimes you hear people saying, I'm trying so hard. I'm so good. I'm giving tzedakah. I'm davening. I'm following whatever I know to do the right thing. And it's so hard. And why aren't we seeing the results that we think we should have, right? So let's think back to the Torah, because all of our wisdom's in the Torah. Think of Yosef HaTzadik. How his brothers sold him. Can we imagine any atrocity? All those brothers, not one, not two, not three, a whole tribe. And Yosef is crying and begging and pleading to each one of his brothers, have mercy. To no avail. Because this is the plan, right? This is exactly what's supposed to happen. But Yosef doesn't know this. And he gets thrown in a pit. And we learn and we see the chesed and we see throughout little sparks. But poor Yosef, he ends up in Mitzrayim. He ends up with one atrocity after the next. And then how much more? Potiphar's wife is trying to seduce him. It says, Batisa eshes Adonav es eina es Yosef. It was so hard. But then what does the pasuk say? Vayima'ein. And he refused. That's a very strong lashon. Vayima'ein. I like to look at that word, and what are the letters that I see all mixed up? Emunah. You see the same letters, Vayima'ein. I think we know his emunah was so strong. He believed. The emunah helped him. And after all those years of going from one challenge to the next, he all of a sudden, miraculously, out of nowhere, gets called out and he becomes second in command, right? We all know that. It's like you would have thought Yosef would say, enough is enough. Like, how much more can I take? And he finally gets called out, and for 80 years, Yosef's able to stay in that role. And again, this is the master plan. This is exactly the way it was supposed to be. But we wouldn't have known that while we're going through it. So often, my friends, we think life is so hard. We don't understand why we're put in certain situations. And so I beg of you again, don't try to understand. It's not on us to make excuses and figure it out. But what we need to know is Hashem loves us so much. And this is exactly how it's supposed to be. And so think of something. You have two people. They have the exact same situation. They hear about a horrible car accident, that someone was injured. Terrible. The most righteous, pious, balas chesed. How could this happen to someone so good? How could Hashem have this thing terrible? And the other person, what does the other person say? Wow. Thank goodness this person is alive. And they survived this horrible car accident. And they have broken bones and we have doctors and surgery, and Hashem hooked them up with the right rehab, and that this person can get better. Exactly the same situation. One person can say, this is horrible. And one person can say, thank you, Hashem. Thank you for giving me this so that I can grow.